Hi there, my name is Tiffany Howe, for those of you that don't know me, and I wanted to jump on here and talk to you about the importance of taking nail fees. I like to call this training Master Your Nail Fees. What is a nail fee? A nail fee is a picture that you take of your manicure and share. So it's going to be your marketing tool. Now, I want to ask you, why do you take nail fees? You want to share that you love the product. You want to share the colors. You want your people to see that you actually use the products and how when it's applied well, it looks well or it looks good. But I want to challenge you to go deeper into why you should take nail fees. The reason that I take nail fees is for marketing. So if you think about the products that you buy, usually it started with something that grabbed your attention. It started with a scroll stopping post or picture or reel, video, some type of advertisement caught your eye. And that's what you need to be doing. You need to figure out, how do I take a picture of my hand? Right? It seems so silly, but it's so important in the world of selling nails. How do I take a picture of my hand and make it stop somebody in their tracks? Like literally, people, you want them to be scrolling and they'll be like, whoa, what was that? And then go back. And you want them to engage on your post. You want it to be such a good nail fee that they can't help but ask, what is that? Where do I get that? What color is that? Even if they already buy Clio, you still want them to think, what color is that? I need to have that. You want people to engage on your post. That is the whole point of taking your nail fee. And if you can get it to a point where it's scroll stopping, it's really going to up your game when it comes to marketing. And in this type of business, marketing is everything. So let's all take that step together. I'm not a professional by any means, but I feel like I've gotten my nail fees down to a science. So I wanted to jump on here and share that with you because I think it's just crucial for sharing the product and making it look, reflecting how beautiful it is, the coloring, how it, when it's applied well, it looks really professional. So the first thing that I wanted to talk to you about, let me find my place in my notes. I'm so sorry. I totally lost. Okay, and I was going to say also, taking your nail fee isn't just about your VIPs. Those people are already committed to Clio. Like they love you, they love whatever products you sell. They are already addicted to Clio. You're taking nail fees, sure, to show them that you love the product and to show them the colors. Of course, that's why you want to share those nail fees with them. But you want to reach the people who you haven't yet, right? Especially with Clio, you get that plus 10 if you can recruit or if you can enroll 5 new customers every month and get them to place an order. You're going to do that by taking scroll stopping nail fees. That's how you're going to reach people that don't know who you are, that have never seen these before, who have, or maybe they follow you, but they've never seen Clio before. You want to literally stop them in their tracks when they're scrolling and make them think, oh my gosh, I have to have that. What is that? So while it's great to share your nail fees with your VIPs, definitely do that. You want to stop and take the time to take nail fees for those people that are out there that you haven't reached yet. That's how you're going to consistently bring in from your personal page new customers every month. Um, oh my gosh, I lost my train of thought with that. I was going to say something. Oh, I lost it. I'm so sorry. Oh, I was thinking like, Tiffany, why would I take? Because it takes taking selfies is a process. So you have to think of yourself like a photographer, right? So if you're sitting there thinking like, why would I go through all of this to take a nail fee when I could just go like this and take it? Because that's not scroll stopping, and you're wasting your time doing that. When if you could put 20 minutes into it, you're going to reach new customers and new people that are either going to go to somebody else that has a better nail fee or they're going to come to you and you want them to come to you. So let's work through that and let's get there. There's a lot of stuff that I'm going to share in here. If you get overwhelmed, write down 3 things. Like Tiffany told me, these 3 things, go master that and then come back and watch it again and take 3 new things from it and master that. And before you know it, you're going to have the most killer nail fees out of everybody. So, um, the first thing that you want to do is prep your canvas. Okay. So first off, if you're not good at applying Clio, you need to go get better at it. Because if you're taking nail fees and they're chipped, they're on your nail bed, they're touching your cuticle. If people are looking this close into your mani and they can see a lot of imperfections, they're going to think the product doesn't work. So your first job as a brand partner is to go get better at taking nail fees. Go to YouTube, go to TikTok, go to Instagram, go to all the Clio groups and learn how to take good nail fees. Clio has provided us with, I mean, how to be better at your application. You're a brand partner. You're selling this product. It needs to be flawless. People are not going to believe you if it's not flawless. So go watch everything that you can until you perfect, especially the gels. But also the press-ons, because I've seen some people where I'm like, that's like on your cuticle. It's very clearly not applied right. And you don't want that to be the message that you send customers. They're not going to give you the time of day if they think your mani doesn't look flawless. And it can look flawless. Just go practice. Um, so the first thing you want to do is prep your canvas. That means there's nothing on your nails, right? So make sure you're using the easy remover to remove everything without damage, because you can also take really good nail fees of your natural nails and use that as a selling point, because these don't damage your nails. And look how long they're growing, right? Like my nails are longer than they've ever been in my life. They never grow this long. Take a picture of your natural nails, but first prep your canvas. So you're going to want to shape your nails, buff them if you do that, trim them, whatever you're going to do. Get your canvas looking really nice. A few days before, you want to make sure your skin looks nice. So make sure you're either oiling or using lots of really heavy, thick lotion. Make sure your hands look right, okay? Prep your canvas. This is a model. This is literally a money maker, you guys. Your hands are your money makers. You need to prep them and get them looking very nice as much as you can, right? Like nobody's perfect. I have cuts on my hands all the time. My hands are dry a lot. Like it's not perfect, but get them as good as you possibly can. If you have a break in your nails, if like we all hate it, I know you guys, I know it's gonna hurt, right? But like we finally get them grown out and then one nail breaks, you have to trim them all down. Okay, trim them all down so they're the same length. If they're under press-ons, it's fair game because nobody can see it. But if it's the LEDs, you're gonna have to trim them down so that you don't have one short nail, right? Or the opposite. They're all like short, but you have one very long, what I call janky nail. It's kind of a laughing thing now at this point. You have a long nail that you're super proud of, but that is the one thing people are going to see. Their eye is going to go to that one imperfection. So don't give them anything to look at. If you have one long nail, they're going to look at it and be like, what happened? Why are you just holding on to that long nail for dear life? Get rid of the janky nail. If you have one short nail, that's all they're going to think about. And they're going to miss the purpose of your nail fee, right? So don't let that be the one chance you had and you lost them because you didn't want to trim your nail down, right? Make them all the same length or very close to the same length. Um, Let's see. Push back your cuticles. Your cuticles being pushed back and your natural nail being completely bare with nothing on it, no dead skin, is so important for applying Clio. And your customers need to know that as well. So be a good example. Push your cuticles back. And if you have stubborn cuticles, go get a product to soften your cuticles and push them back. Get them off your nails. Apply or use Dawn dish soap or whatever soap. Get everything off your hands, and then take your prep pad, wipe them off. There was one extra step. Oh, and if your hands are cold, it is like imperative that you have a warm room or not a cold room when you're applying the strips. If the strips are cold, the adhesive is not going to work as well, which I have learned. And my hands are I have like chronic cold hands. They are always freezing. So I actually apply with a heating pad. Okay. I just bought this on Amazon. I lay it out and I just lay my strips on top of it while it's on low heat. You don't want to melt your strips, but you want them to be warm, okay? And you're gonna once you start applying with a heating pad, you're never gonna go back. Like it just makes it so awesome. Teach that to your customers. It just makes the whole process so much better. They're gonna stretch a little bit better on your nails. They're gonna adhere better. You're just gonna have such a better experience with the LED gels, especially if your strips are warm and your hands are not cold. So warm up your hands. It's important before you apply. Okay. The next thing we're gonna do, sorry, I'm gonna get a drink. So you prepped your canvas, which is your money-making hand, and then you're gonna prep your model. You're going to get her ready. You're going to put her makeup on, right? You're going to dress her up and make her ready for the shoot, the photo shoot, if you will. So after your flawless application, you're going to let your nails cure. Don't take them right away. I usually do my nails at night and then I wake up the next day and I take my nail fees. If you mess up one of your nails, go back and fix it. Take that one nail off, make it look perfect because just like the janky nail, if you have one nail that's messed up, everyone's going to look directly at that and you lost that customer. So don't lose your customer. You have one shot at this to stop them and make them do something with that nail fee. Um, Put lotion on. So once your nails have cured, and I'm talking like if you have really dry hands, put a really heavy lotion on. Like some people even use like coconut oil before they take their nail fees. You got to be careful though, because the oil will do damage to the, or will loosen up the adhesive, certain oils. So if you have just a thick lotion, I don't ever put it on top of my nails, but I put that thick lotion on and then I go all the way up to my nails and a little bit around it. And then I take my sleeve and I wipe it off the nails. Okay. Because you don't want your nails to be cloudy. These are very shiny and you want that shine to come through on your nail fees. So wipe off the excess lotion that's on your nails. Um, you could go put some cute shoes on, put some jeans on, because you might use your jeans in your picture, and I'll show you how to do that with your cute shoes. And grab your props, okay? So for me, my props are, I love little anything to add visual interest. So if you know my nail fees, you know that I always have a cuff, and I don't use this. I have these, okay? So these are actually wrist warmers that I got on Amazon. Or if you have an old sweater or cardigan that you're just going to throw away, you never use it anymore. I literally, oh, not this one. Oh no, I don't have it with me. I cut the sleeve off of one of my old sweaters that I was going to take to Goodwill. I just cut the sleeve off and I use that. If you have a jean jacket, you can slide your arm in and pull it down over here. I wouldn't recommend cutting your jean jacket if you still wear it, but I just bought these different colors. I pretty much just use these neutral colors. I got these on Amazon. I believe they're called knitted wrist warmers. Grab one of those. It's gonna elevate your game so much. And then I have these Nailfie rings. You can get Nailfie rings anywhere. Like I would just put search into Amazon or Etsy knuckle ring. I got these on Etsy. So I have a few different ones that I use, but I put this here just to add visual interest. And then I'll put my cuff on and I'll like twist the seam to the back because there's a seam on this one. And then immediately I have a better Nailfie, but that's not the right color. So put them all on. I kind of hold them and see like, oh, that's not the right color. That looks better. So I'll know your color is going to change your Nailfie. So until you get used to it, take multiple colors, walk around, do different things. So that's right. Like that feels right to me. So I'm ready now. My canvas is prepped. She is ready to go, ready to take her pictures. And then the next thing that I'm going to do is prep my studio. So part of your studio for me, I can never get indoor lighting right. If you are just so, if you have that one spot in your house that is just perfectly lit with natural light with a beautiful background, do that. I don't have that in my house. This is like the darkest house in the world. So your natural light, if you're going to do it inside, is going to be turn off the house lighting. It makes it off. So turn off your house lighting. Even if it feels dark, your camera is going to adjust to the natural light. And you're going to want to open your windows. So stand by a window or wherever there's natural light coming into your home. Stand by. So there's a window behind me. And if I just open it a little bit, you'll already see like that natural light coming in is just changing everything, right? All of a sudden it's like, whoa, it's so bright. So you want to turn off your natural light, open a window, and you're going to want to stand in front of the window and let your nails face the light. Okay. And you're going to take your camera. And a lot of times, if you look at the back of your phone, you probably have smudge prints here, like fingerprints, food, anything. Wipe that off first. So literally just wipe it off. Make sure there's no smudges on here because that's going to make it really cloudy. Never take your pictures with the front. Don't take your pictures with Snapchat. Don't use filters. Just use your camera on your phone. Okay. So turn your nails towards the window. There is like a flat window right behind me. Turn your nails towards it and just move around. So my camera auto focuses. You want to figure out where does it look the best. If I pull it away, it looks a little bit better. And then move around, like move around until the lighting looks just right. And the set color is represented really well. So if you are lucky and you have that spot in front of a window in your house with a beautiful background, this is not okay. This is very busy. Don't do this. It has to be a very clean background because you don't want people going, what is in the back of that picture? You want them to look at your nails, not the background. So do not use even if you think it's pretty, don't use a cluttery background. Trust me on that. So once I usually go outside. So I will literally plan my Nailfie days around, it's too bright. Indirect natural light outside. So if I look on I will pull up my weather app because this is important to me. This is a money making picture. If I'm going to take this picture, it's going to make me money or get me new customers. So I'm going to plan my nail fees around a day when it's going to be overcast. And if that never comes for you, don't worry. But if you live in a place where you see like, oh, it's going to be overcast on Saturday, do your nails Friday night and then wait for a cloudy day on Saturday. Wait for the clouds to come. That's going to be your best indirect natural lighting. Direct natural lighting is when the sun is just hitting your nails. And it's never, not never. You have to be really good to get that right. And I can't even do it. Like usually the sun directly hitting my nails is not, and I have pictures to kind of show you an example. It never looks right to me. So try to look for indirect lighting. And if you don't ever have that, the best time to take your pictures are going to be in the morning when the sun isn't just like right, like beaming down on your nails. When it's kind of like off, it'll be a little bit better for indirect lighting. So you want to wait till like sunrise if you want to get up that early or almost sunset. Okay. So when it's like just glowy outside, that's when you want to take your pictures if you don't have indirect lighting. Indirect just means something is filtering it. So like a cloud is filtering it. Stormy days are my favorite for taking pictures. Being in front of a window, if you're inside, the window is filtering the light. So if the light's just like straight up hitting your hand and creating all kinds of shadows, you see how I don't really have shadows on my hands? It's because I have indirect lighting. Once I let all the light in, I start to have all these shadows you can't really see on here because my computer keeps changing settings. But once you start making shadows and stuff, it doesn't look as good. So trust me, start playing around with indirect lighting. And I will literally just when I first started, I just put my camera on my phone and I had my canvas ready and then I'm so sorry. I'm trying to rush through this and make it fast. There's so much. Just come back if it's too much. I will just hold my nail fees, like my position outside and just walk around like this. Walk around my backyard, try your front yard, try the side yard. You never know where that perfect lighting is going to be. And once you find it, you can almost use that same spot every time. So I walk around and I go up this way, I bend down and see, does it look better when it's this way? It never looks better when it's up. So don't do it up to like the sky. It's never going to look right. Try to hold it out or down a little bit so that the light is hitting your nails more. Just look in your camera. What looks the best? So I'll do that. And you want to wait for like a cloud to go by. If you don't, if it's just a sunny day and it's just, you're like, Tiffany, it's sunny every day where I'm at. There's no way I can do this. Try to go inside and see if there's a spot in your house right by the window that looks pretty in the background. If not, you can go to like Walmart in the crafts section and just get a pretty background, right? So just I had like this little tiny wood thing that was like $5 or something. And I used to just prop it up against the wall in front of a nice window. And I would take my pictures in front of that like wood that was leaned up against my wall. For a while, I would do that when I didn't have like a cloudy day. So find the right lighting, move around. Shade isn't the same as indirect lighting. If you can get it perfect so that the shade isn't really heavy, like if the sun is right above the tree, that's too much shade and your hand's going to be it's going to be too blue. That's like too dark. It's too heavy of shade. So try to move out of the shade a little bit and watch on your phone. Watch when you're like, ooh, that looks exactly like my skin tone. When your skin tone matches, that's where the lighting is good. Do it there. Snow lighting is really hard because that white background just makes everything look too cold, too blue. So it's very hard to take snow nail fees. I'm not even going to go into that because it just takes a while. But sometimes if you get the lighting as close as you can go in and change the warmth, slide that up to where it's a little bit more warm. So it's not so blue. I already said clean your lens. That's a big deal. Don't use portrait mode unless your camera is newer. Like some of the older cameras, portrait mode doesn't really get it right. It blurs the edges of your fingers too much. And then people feel lied to. They feel like you put a filter on it. Do not use filters. People know nowadays, everybody knows when there's a filter and they feel like you're lying to them or you're trying to hide something if you're putting a filter on it. So do not don't use filters. Just use your camera. Take multiple pictures, like literally in front of different backgrounds, because you never know if is it the grass that looks really good? Sometimes different backgrounds provide different coloring for your nail fees, and it provides it pops off the background better. So sometimes for me, it's in front of a bush. That's my favorite place to take nail fees. When I lived in Georgia, it was in front of my fence. Like the fence gave me the best nail fees. When I was in Colorado, it was in front of like a stone wall outside my house. So everywhere that I live, I have to find a new spot to take nail fees. Dark mulch makes it usually a really good picture. You want your background to be really simple. I don't want to see any of this because again, people are like, there's just like their attention is drawn to that when it should be your nails. So make your background as simple as possible. Just wood, just grass, just fence posts, just dirt. Like even dirt is better than this, okay? Because you don't want them to immediately go to the background. You want them to look at your hands and you want your hand front and center, right? Like I don't even want to see the background. I just want to see your hands. Um, so take multiple pictures and change these up. So do some with this, do some with this, do some where you put it up like this, like have different poses, but relax. Okay. So if you have, so one of my poses is this, and that's not because I'm trying to do it. It's because my pinky is crooked. So it just kind of falls right there. And it ended up being the pose that everybody liked the most. So just do what is natural for your hand. Don't try to make yourself do my pose because it's going to look forced. Relax your hands, like shake. Sometimes I literally have to shake my hands because I'm like, I can't get my poses down. Shake it, relax, and just let your fingers fall where they fall. Okay. Even if you think it looks weird, it might not look weird to somebody else. Or maybe you can like move your fingers around until it looks right, right? Don't do this. Don't do a claw. Nobody wants to see the claw. Just let your fingers fall. Try to move this up a little bit. Just see what looks pretty to you. Move your fingers to the side. Some people like to take like a side nail fee. Some people do this. Some people do this and take their camera and like take it like this. So they get the front of their nails. Some people like that. Play around until you find what you like. Try different hands because I cannot for the life of me take a nail fee of this hand, but I can take a nail fee of this hand. And some people, it's like, I can do this pose on this hand, but not on this hand. So try both hands. Um, and let's see. Take a video. So take a video of your hand. And this, you're like, why am I taking so many pictures, Tiffany? Because then you go through and you pick your favorites, and then you have content for every day. You have so much content to use for either making graphics, for posting, because if you want to be posting all the time, you can post one picture to your VIP group, another picture on your social media, your personal page, another picture on Instagram, and then you have a video that you can make a reel of for TikTok if you use that, or for Instagram reels. So take lots of content. You're out there, make it work for you. Take a couple pictures with your face if you get ready, because you never know when you're going to work, you're going to need this content. When you're on social media, your face is going to do the best work. Okay. It's either going to be your hands or your face that are going to really stop people in their tracks. So take a couple selfies. And again, you're going to want to be with indirect lighting. So stand close to a window, put your selfie camera on, hold your face. You never, like, everyone needs a picture like this, right? Or you just like, take a couple of pictures with your hands so that you have those to post as well. And then again, you have like a week's worth of content of one nail fee. So make it work for you. Okay, and then you're going to prep your product. So now that you have your pictures, you're going to go through and you're going to figure out which ones are the best. So I usually look at all my poses together on one single pose, and I pick my favorite one out of all those poses. And you're not going to want to do heavy editing. I literally just, let's see, do I have any pictures in here? So if I took a nail fee, all I'm going to do is go in. This is an iPhone. I don't know how it is on like any other type Samsungs or anything, but I assume most cameras have an auto edit button. So I just go in and I edit it right from my camera. And all I do is, if the lighting is right, I'm inside, but if the lighting is right, all you're going to do is click the auto button and it's going to pop it off the background. It's going to like adjust all your coloring. It's going to make it look really good. So that's literally all I do. And then I'll crop it. I don't want to see all this background. So I'm going to just bring it in so that the focus is my nails, okay? Because nobody needs to see all the background. People will take nail fees like this, and I'm like, everyone's looking at everything behind it. Bring your nails front and center, okay? You can leave a little bit of background on the side, but bring it front and center. So that's all the editing that I do. And then I'll use an app like Canva to put my watermark on it. If you're gonna put content out there that looks this good, you better be watermarking it. So that means put your website on it, put your name on it, put your Instagram handle, pick one of those things that you want to be your watermark and put it on there, okay? Because if people are gonna start sharing your nail fees, you wanna get the credit for that. So put your watermark on it, but don't make it big. Don't make it like 17 different colors. Don't just put very simple wording so that people know where it came from. And if you're, and I also recommend putting the set names on it because there's a lot of times people will send me a Nailfie from like 5 years ago and they're like, what are these sets? And I don't remember. So in the very top hand corner, very small, again, you do not want to take attention away from your Nailfies. Put very small on the top, the set names that you used. That's it. And then don't put anything out there that doesn't have the set names or your watermark because people are going to share these scroll stopping nail fees. I guarantee it. So make sure that your watermark is on it. It doesn't need to be across your nails. If you put a watermark directly over your nails, you just ruined your nail fee. You can put it down here if like you have your sleeve up, put it down here. If you don't want people to steal it or remove your or crop your watermark off, put it down here, but make it look nice. Don't like put it over your cuticle and make it look like your fingers tattooed. Like just put it out of the way, but put your watermark on it so that people don't steal your work. Um, oh, and if there's a cut on your finger, I have what I have the app Snapseed, all one word, and it's the healing feature. And actually, my iPhone has this feature now. It's like a auto fix or something. And you can just zoom it in and click that cut and it'll just go away. That cut will just go away. So get rid of your cuts and your blemishes before you post. If your lighting is right, you won't need to take a lot of or do a lot of edits. Do not apply filters. We're not lying to people here. We're telling them accurately, this is a gorgeous set, exactly how it is without filters and edits. So don't do that to your photos because people know. Okay, that was it for that. Sorry, this is so long. I really tried. And I'm going to share my screen and show you some examples of the things that I've been talking about. And these are not Clio sets, but they're the graphics that I have. So I'm going to use these until I can update them. So you don't want to be stiff. You see how my fingers here are really stiff and tight? All you have to do is relax. So just pop them off your sleeve a little bit, shake them up and relax. Don't stiff grab anything. Don't stiff claw. Just do a nice relaxed claw. Relaxing in a picture is going to be everything. Whether you're taking a picture of your body, of your face, if you screenshotted that, I swear I'm going to be so mad. I expect you to tag me in it though if you post it. If I'm weird, that's fine. If you are stiff in your pictures, people are going to feel that. Okay. So don't be stiff with your hands either. Your thumb position, I know it's dumb to even talk about this, but it matters. Okay. So your thumb being super stiff on the side like this just is kind of awkward. So just again, relax it. Don't try to get it in the picture. Don't do this. This is strange. Okay. Just get it on the side where your thumb belongs. Nobody needs, it's okay if people don't see the picture of your thumb. Nobody needs to see every single set on your or every single finger. Just put it on the side where your thumb belongs. Don't try to get it in. Just put it on the side. And if you have something beautiful on your thumb that you want to show, take a picture of your thumb. Don't try to like make it weird and like do this stuff. I can't, guys, we're not doing the I got your nose. Like, don't put your thumb in weird places. Just put it on the side and relax it. Okay. You're going to thank me later for these harsh tips. I promise. Okay, so another thing that I see a lot is people leaning their hand back too far away from the camera. So you want to do this? You don't want to do this, okay? Bring your fingernails towards the camera. Your fingernails need to be getting the most light and need to be in front and center on the camera. You can see the difference in the picture here, right? Where it's leaning away. That's not front and center. It looks like I'm trying to show you my sleeve, but put your nails front and center. Here's the awkward poses, guys. I can't with the poses. Do not do the thumb like this unless you're trying to be funny. Okay. Don't put your fingers weirdly, like you can see, right? You can see that that's not attractive, right? So just relax your hand and let it fall where a hand normally falls. Let your fingers be where they are supposed to be. Don't make it weird and like try to do these weird positions. Please don't do that to us. And don't do it to yourself. Okay, so here is the indirect sunlight in the shade, which is too dark. You can see the difference in the set colors, right? One of them is accurate, one of them is too dark. And it's very, very subtle, but just having the lighting a little bit right is going to make your nail fee so much better. Like even the sleeve changed color. My skin tone isn't right on the left. It's the one on the right. All I did was I was too far in the shade and I noticed it was too dark. So I just pulled out of the shade a little bit and that changed the whole picture. So if you're too far into the shade, you're going to get that darkness come out of the shade a little bit. Okay. This is where I'm talking about adding visual interest. So this light is in my face and I can't stand it. The picture on the left is fine. The lighting is right. My fingers are relaxed, but it's just kind of blah, right? It's just kind of boring. There's nothing to look at. It's just my hand, right? And you want those fingers to really pop off your skin. Right now, it just looks like I'm showing you a weird picture of my hand. But if I put a sleeve on and a little, even just the Nailfie ring on my hand is not enough to me. Add more depth to your picture. So either I've seen people take socks and like cut the ends off the socks, or they like put their hands through a pair of pants. Like you can use a lot of things to just cover up this part of your hand, and it's going to just make it that much more interesting for somebody to look at. But again, you need to make sure your nails are front and center. Don't grab a tie-dye shirt and have it be like super psychedelic and then you have this mixed mani on. If you have a plain like neon set on or like a black set, then maybe you can get away with holding something that's, bright and has very bold patterns. Maybe if your nails are very simple. But is it taking away? Is your sleeve taking away from your nails? If it is, don't do it. Just something simple, less is more. Don't hold weird props. So this, I don't, okay. This kind of stuff is good for your VIP group and your personal page. If you're going to hold a can of mustard or a jar of mustard, or you're going to like hold a soda, those are great for if you have a story that lines up for it, but that's not your scroll stopping content. Your scroll stopping content should probably not have a prop. Okay. Just being real. If you have to hold something, hold a very plain cup. I've seen people hold a coffee mug and that works. That's cute, but a plain coffee mug, not with colors and patterns. You don't want to like hold a lotion. It's strange, guys. Don't make it weird. Don't try to hold like things that don't make sense. Again, these make sense in your VIP group if you are a dog mom and you have dog hair all over the place and you want to show like I'm a dog mom that my, everything's a mess, but my nails aren't or whatever. That's great for your VIP group and your personal page, but not for your scroll stopping content. You're trying to reach new customers and they don't know that you're a dog mom. So if the first thing they see is you holding, what is this called? What is this thing called? Oh my gosh, lint roller. They're going to wonder about the lint roller. They're not going to look at your nails. So make sure that you're doing for your scroll stopping content where you're trying to reach a market that doesn't know you needs to be prop free. And this is just showing you cuts and blemishes with that Snapseed. So I see you have a cut on this hand. It just makes it so much better when it's not there because I don't want people to see that and be like, ew, there's a cut on her hand. I don't want anybody to stop and take away from the pretty Nailfie. And a cut will do that. You can even zoom it in far and look at like your cuticle. If you have one spot on your cuticle is weird, zoom it super far in and then just hit that cuticle. And a lot of times it's going to fix it. Was that all? Is that all the pictures I had on here? Okay, that's all. I hope that was helpful. And I know that it's a lot. I know it's a lot, but you're learning. I promise you it's going to be worth it for you to up your Nailfie game and start reaching the market that's not out or that hasn't met you yet. So, take 3 things from this. I know it's a lot. Take 3 things, master that, come back, get 3 more, master that, and you're going to be a whiz in no time. You're going to be taking, like, it used to take me like 30 minutes to take a Nailfie, and now it takes me 5 minutes. Like, just keep going. It's going to be great. Thank you for watching, and I want to see your guys' before and after. So start working on your Nailfies. And if you got to the end of this, I'm super proud of you. Start posting your before. Like, I want to see your before. Post your before now, and then come back in a couple of weeks, in a month, in a year, in 5 years, and let's see your progress. It's going to be really exciting. I promise you, my first Nailfie was not good. And the first year of my Nailfies were not good. So keep it up. Keep practicing. You're going to be great if you keep trying. Thanks for watching, guys, and good luck out there.